Hi everyone, my name is Janvi if you don't already know. I hope you had an amazing day so far. And if you can't tell by the title of this video, it's advice from Janvi herself. In this video, I asked a few of my friends and kind of did a poll of what some people wanted advice on from me. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Now before I start, sorry about the position. I am very busy when I'm filming this, and I just quickly had to find a good enough position. So I apologize for that. So the first topic is how to have a relationship with your teachers. I have a relationship with all my teachers, and it's a student-teacher relationship where I just find that being respectful and being kind and offering help is how I usually do it. But if a lot of people don't get along with their teachers, which would make a lot of sense where you probably do not have a relationship or you don't want one, which is completely okay. But some teachers you really just want like more one-on-one. So I think that's really good to develop a relationship. So something I do is I always mention if I need help, which I don't usually need, but just to clarify, always ask them for help when needed. And just try, and if you need one-on-one, just ask them for it. All the teachers I have are really nice. Some of my friends say that they don't have the greatest teachers, which is totally okay, but there's a bunch of other teachers that you can always ask for help, and there's a bunch of other staff that would just love to help you in the way you need. The one method that I use is offering my help. Now, I am known for helping, which is why I just think offering your help shows them that, you know, you're a good person, first. And second, that you don't only care about yourself, but to help your peers and to help the environment that you're in. Also, just going to them when no one is really there, like at your lunch break or something, and just saying hi, that really does form a relationship. You don't always have to do this, but what I do is I keep in contact with all of my teachers that I have since elementary. So on holidays, I email all of them and send letters. And every once in a while, I do check-ins with my teachers, just because I think it's really helpful and sweet, because everyone kind of needs a check-in. But the main thing I would say is just to have one-on-one with them if that works better. And yeah, so the next topic, which I think is a very important one, is how do you stay motivated? I always have kind of my game face on when it comes to doing any schoolwork or any kind of work involved at all. I stay motivated by always looking at where I want to go, which is to become a doctor, and that requires a lot of hard work. So I always use that as my motivation. I always use my passion, which is helping others, to motivate me. I also, if I ever do lose a little motivation, I always tell myself that it's better to just get it done, because one day it won't bother me if I just get it done. So find out what kind of things motivate you. Like if it's music, because I listen to music a lot, and music is definitely a huge motivator for me, just because it gets me into a zone and I just continue working. There are a lot of methods to staying motivated, so definitely see what works out for you, and that is the best advice I can ever give for any situation, because I don't know what works best for each person unless I get to know you. So for me, what I do is I listen to music. I always go back to why am I doing this, to why I have to focus so much. And I also go back to what is my passion, what drives me, which is helping others. And that is always my goal. So try to set goals for yourself, and this way you can always stay motivated. And try to put reminders for things. For example, work-wise, a lot of people don't stay motivated. They have procrastination and they just don't get their work done. So if something is due in a week, try to do, there's two options. try to do it slowly during the week, just so you don't feel over pressured, or just get it done, like spend one day just getting it done, you know, so that you don't have to worry about it in the coming week. I do not like things hanging over my head. It's a lot of pressure. So when I'm giving something, I do it right away, or if I have like a long time, I pick a certain day and I just do it. That is definitely one thing I would say that really helps. So if you have a big assignment that you do not like and a subject you may not like, or you just don't want to do it, pick a day and just get it done, or set a goal that you want to get it done by. Like if it's a partner work, set a date and just get it done, because it'll be easier, or else you just won't feel like doing it. And another thing is, when you're doing any kind of worksheet and you don't understand a question and you like have a momentum, don't stop. Just move to the next question, because you want to keep that momentum going, and it will definitely help when you're struggling with something. So just go on to the next question and keep going with that momentum, and that will help you get your work done much faster. But if you're stuck on a question, just go to it afterwards. You know, you don't want to get trapped and then make like the next question that would be easy is gonna seem difficult just because you spent so much time on the other question. So just keep going. If you're stuck, move on, come back afterwards. The next topic is study tips. So I do a lot of studying when it comes to reviewing lessons, tests, quizzes. Sometimes I really don't need to study, so all I do is just review my work. But study tips: first, find out whether you're more comfortable or flexible in a quiet environment or a loud environment, or even kind of like it doesn't matter. Me, I'm good with all, but I do prefer a quieter environment, but I can study in all environments. So for some people, they can only focus in quiet environments. If that's the case, my study tips for you would be, first of all, find a quiet environment. Flashcards, they do work really well depending on your topic. If it's a small quiz, just write down, go through all your topics. So write down the topics that are in that quiz or in that test, or if it's anything bigger, write down all the topics. Then make flashcards of all the topics, or see if you can name each topic and what they're about, and double check your work. Once you're done that, the second step would be going towards the topics that you did not memorize or that you didn't know off the bat. Make flashcards of those topics and study them. Keep going. It's better to have a friend kind of show you the flashcards, but you can always do it on your own. Show the flashcards and keep going at it until you've memorized it. A lot of people aren't good with memory, which is why sometimes reviewing work is better than memorizing. I'm really good with memory, so I can kind of do both. But if you are not good with memory, then try reviewing your work. A lot of people work well with others. I can work well either way. I'm very flexible, but I always prefer working alone, just because I feel like I get more done that way. So if you're an individual worker, try to have a quiet space. Try to take more breaks. Always find out what calms you, because studying can get stressful if you are not enjoying the topic. So listen to music, have a nice setting, maybe have some candles, or if you're totally not into that, that is completely okay. If you like working with a group of friends or a partner, my tip is, again, to find an area or a setting that you enjoy. Go for the topics that you do not understand. If you keep reviewing the topics that you do understand, you're gonna overpush yourself. It's always good to review every topic, but if the topics you know 100%, move on from them and go to the topics you may not know. So that is a very key studying point. Also, focus on the major points and do not flush your head with information that you do not need, because that will not come in handy. So if you have a thing on 5 topics and one of them has kind of subsections, let's try to think of a topic. For example, shirts. If you had, I know it's a very odd thing, but it's just an example. If you had a topic on shirts and one was asking the length and size, so let's just include it with math. Don't focus on the shirt part, just focus on if you know how to find, let's just say, the area of the shirt or the weight or the mass of the shirt. Focus if you know how to find that. Do not focus on the actual shirt part of it. So the next topic that I do get asked a lot is how to have time management. I am pretty good at time management. I'm also a very busy person, so I had to learn how to manage my time properly. Many of you who are watching are my friends, and you all know that I'm in a bunch of clubs. And I also help other people, and I also have to do my daily routines as I get home. I also help other people, and I also have to do my daily routines as I get home. So a lot of people ask, what do I do with my time? How do I manage it all? So what I do is prioritize. I prioritize the things I need to get done and do the things that are optional last. Now, I'll give an example that may help. For example, any schoolwork is gonna come first, but the things that are not due soon, like if I'm a packed schedule and I really don't have time to do things that are due in a week, I will obviously prioritize that another day. So it's all about prioritizing the major parts that you need to get done. If you have an assignment due tomorrow, get that done. That should be number 1 on your list. If you have 2 assignments, figure out which one will take you the longest and start that first. It's just about prioritizing what comes first and what comes last and what can wait. Now, my time management is pretty good when it comes to school and anything else. If you do need any more help with advice or time management and specifically, let me know and I can always help. My Instagram should have popped up in the beginning and it'll always be in the description. I can go more into time management, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. It really just depends on what are your priorities. My priority is always first my health and then school. So if I'm not doing well, I will take a rest or I will take a break and then go back to school. So it's just, you need to figure out what are your priorities and build it off of there. Okay, so the next topic is how to get ahead. Now, there are different point of views to this. A lot of people think I'm ahead just because I do so many extracurricular things that normal students would not do. But I will just talk about school at the moment. To get ahead in school, I definitely think you should get to know the teachers and your environment and always ask your teachers, and I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you if any extracurriculars are popping up or any extra activities that you can do, and it really helps you in the future. It shows that you're willing to go ahead and that you are courageous enough to take that step. Now, you can also do smaller things, which is completely fine as well. I think helping others or helping your community is definitely a small thing, but it will get you ahead. Also doing kind of the little things school-wise, like joining the summer program to get an extra credit, to me is a pretty small thing, but I think getting the extra credit is a huge deal. So you need to think, again, with time management, prioritizing the things that you want to get ahead and the things that you need in your future that you see that you will benefit from. So that's definitely one thing, because I was debating whether to do the extra credit kind of summer course, and I only had a few minutes to decide, and so I thought, okay, would this benefit me? And it did, so I decided to join it. So just think about things that will benefit you, and only if you're interested. If you are not, then I don't recommend doing these things, but it is only if you're interested. Now, the next topic is a very, very important one, is how to deal with stress/schoolwork. Now, I am a very stressed person. I do get stressed quite a lot just because I'm always busy. If I'm not helping someone, if I'm not doing any schoolwork, or if I'm not kind of doing things around the house, or on my phone distracting myself, then I am always stressed. It is not a good thing, but I do know how to prioritize it, which is another thing I mentioned. One thing I would give is a kind of a quote. The quote would be that you have one life. So why, when you're older, why would you look back and think, why did I stress so much when there was no reason to? There is no reason to stress yourself out when there is no need to do it. And regarding schoolwork, I understand getting a bunch of schoolwork, because for me, week 2s are hell and I get a lot of work to get done. But then again, it combines with time management. I manage my time. I figure out a time when I need to get my work done, and I always prioritize that. Now, how to deal with stress. You need to find your calming mechanisms. For me, that includes helping others, because that always brings me joy. So I always put others before myself when I am really dealing with a lot of stress. Or a lot of other things I do is I take a step back, take a deep breath. I take a snack, I eat a snack, and I always tell myself, you will be okay, and there's nothing to panic about, nothing to stress about, because it will all be over eventually. So just try not to stress yourself out too much. I also listen to music, as I've mentioned, and listening to music has really helped with my stress level. So definitely find if music helps you, or maybe going to a peaceful site helps you, or maybe studying where no one is around you helps you. Just find out what really helps you and what is a stressor. Sometimes being in a loud environment is what's best for someone, because it may help them with their stress. So just find out what really helps you, and that's the best advice I can give on that topic. So I believe this is one of the last topics, which is how to deal with your mental health. Now, I think mental health is probably the most important topic here. It is a huge deal, and this should always be number one. With time management, you should always put your health first. And if you're not doing well, ask for an extension. If you have an assignment and you need help, ask the teacher, ask your friends, ask someone, because not asking won't get you anywhere. It will just make you more stressed, and I feel like that is so common in our generation, and that is devastating to say, because I definitely love to help others, and I hope people feel comfortable coming to me when they do need help. Mental health is a huge issue, and I definitely think if you guys want me to, let me know if you want me to do a whole kind of video on mental health, or me and Shanae can do it together. But how to deal with mental health. You need to realize when you are not okay. If you wake up in the morning before going to school and you're not doing well, it's okay to miss a day. Or it's okay to kind of step back and think, okay, I need a little break. That is completely fine. And if you are so overwhelmed and you have a huge project, ask for an extension. And if the teacher can't give you one, you need to probably explain to the teacher that you're really not doing well. And if you really don't feel comfortable, that's fine, as I don't like to kind of use that excuse myself. But then if you had it in a day late, that is fine, because your mental health comes first, not school, your mental health. So always, and again, try to be happy in life, because life is painful but it is also beautiful. So try and be happy, and if something is making you unhappy, just go through it, because you can't go around. You only have to go through it. So that would be my tip on mental health. You need to realize to take a step back. You need to try and not dwell on yourself, and you need to know when to ask for help. And you need to know that people care about you, and there's always someone here to help you. This is the end of my video about my advice to you, and I sincerely hope it has helped someone, as that is always my goal. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any more video ideas, you can comment down below, or my Instagram will be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.